Planet Dolan. From trying to paint a cat's nails to inadvertently flipping someone off, the Planet Dolan crew reenact some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the funniest things we've seen little kids do. I'm Zaraganba, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Brandon the MLG Kid 420. When Spinal Palm was in school, he saw a boy that he had never seen before. The kid ran up to him and yelled out, "Belly flop!" before jumping headfirst into the window of a car, which happened to belong to Spinal Palm's mum. Spinal Palm fell on the sidewalk laughing his ass off, while his mother, who was in the car, laughed too. Then the kid took off all his clothes and ran down the sidewalk butt naked, yelling, "Where's my goddamn lollipop?" Spinal Palm and everyone who saw him were all laughing their asses off. Number 9 was submitted by ElPhoenixRising. When Spincis was in middle school, her friend Honeybits had a birthday party at a bowling alley. After the cake and festivities, they got ready to bowl, but some kid decided to grab a ball and throw it down the lane. When they told him he couldn't start yet, the boy decided to run down the lane in his socks to catch the ball. Needless to say, he slipped and slid more than halfway down the lane. They had to walk along the gutter to get him. He was almost his own bowling ball. Number 8 was submitted by Peppermix14. During the first week of her new job, Doopy burned her middle finger. For 2 weeks, kids would hold up the middle fingers and ask, "What happened to your finger, lady?" Though the parents apologised, Doopy just laughed it off and showed them the band-aid on her finger. It was a funny 2 weeks. Number 7 was submitted by April Fear 13. Gergak took a vacation to Texas to see his dad and stepmom several years ago. They went to a park one day and Gergak went back to the car to get some snacks for a picnic. When he came back, he saw his stepbrother drop his pants and start peeing right in the middle of a huge crowd. As if that wasn't bad enough, his brother thought it would be funny to spin around while doing it. Luckily, Gergak was far away and didn't get embarrassed because nobody knew he was related. Though he felt really bad for the people who had to run to try and dodge the piss. Number 6 was submitted by ThatNerdInClass. The company Ramona's parents work for like to have family functions, which usually means that her parents and their friends talk while she babysits the tykes. About an hour into the function, one of the little boys asked her if he could flop them. Confused, Ramona asked his parents what that meant, and they were equally confused. The little boy then proceeded to lift one of her breasts and drop it. Embarrassed, they snatched their son and ran for the parking lot. Later that week, they apologised to Ramona's parents, but not her, for their son's behaviour. They weren't seen at a company picnic ever again. Number 5 was submitted by Remontar. When Melissa was 10, she was at recess when a kid in kindergarten brought a little puppy outside. The puppy ran, and when it did, the kid said,
"Run, bitch, run! If you don't run, you won't get these snacky wackies, bitch!"
Melissa went to the kid and said,
"Don't call your dog that. It's rude."
But the kid said,
"Well, my daddy told me that a girl dog is called a bitch, so we call our dog Bitch."
Melissa laughed so hard she almost choked on the sandwich that she was eating. Number 4 was submitted by Anna CS17. While Mimi and her mother were cleaning the kitchen one day, their next door neighbour's daughter ran up to the window yelling for Mimi's mother. When the mother answered, the girl said that she lost her first tooth, revealing the gap where her tooth once resided as she smiled. The girl said that the tooth fairy took it and gave her $20. Right at that moment, Mimi's father pulled into the driveway. Knowing that Mimi's father taught martial arts, the girl asked him if he could punch her in the mouth and knock her teeth out. She wanted him to do it so she could get more money from the tooth fairy. As a joke, Mimi's father told her that she would need to ask her dad, who was already out on the porch, face palming. The girl ran to her father and asked, but of course he said no. At that moment, Mimi was dying of laughter. About an hour later, the girl's mother explained that she meant to give her daughter $1 or $2 instead of 20, but it was dark and she couldn't see what she was pulling out of her wallet. Number 3 was submitted by ThorsDemon. One day, Princess Proton overheard her daughter talking in her playroom. She was saying things like, "I wish I could paint your nails, but I don't have any," and "Mummy will get mad if I painted those." Her daughter seemed to have been talked into painting whatever she could find, so Princess Proton figured she should stop it before she had to get nail polish off another toy. When she walked in, her daughter was about to paint their cat's feet with bright pink glitter nail polish. Her daughter had one hand death gripped on a fat orange tabby's paw, and the other was armed with a dripping bright pink glitter nail polish brush. The poor cat's eyes were bulging in her head. Even though she put a stop to it, The cat still hangs out in the playroom right next to the nail polish station. Sometimes it even plays with the brand new lock box for the polish. Number 2 was submitted by Xbox12287. Mkylan once went to Walmart and needed to take a piss really bad. He made it to the bathroom just in time, but the urinals were taken and both stalls were full. He had no choice but to wait, but while he was waiting, some kid shouted a live commentary of what he was doing. He said,
"Pull down the pants, pulling out a penis, taking a piss."
Mkylan was about to laugh, but his dad was there, so he had to stop. Number 1 was submitted by me and was the funniest thing I ever saw a kid do. A few years ago, I was in Germany and I was doing a walking tour in the morning. At the start of the tour guide asked, "What's the worst thing you could possibly lose when you're traveling?" And every adult knows that it's either your money or your passport, because without those, you're in a bit of trouble. But before anyone had a chance to answer, one little kid jumped in with probably a more correct answer, which was, "Your life." Everyone burst out laughing, which was weird for the kid because he knew that he had the right answer. A huge thanks to the folks over in our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. So what's the funniest thing you've ever seen a little kid do? Let us know in the Reddit page link below and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys.
Well, that's it for this countdown, but catch you guys next time.